All right, so 1, welcome back to my channel. 2, I edited this whole entire video for you guys and realized it was just way too long. So I'm going to separate my story in a part 1 and a part 2. Part 1 is going to cover me finding my initial situation and then having my first initial consultation with my breast surgeon and having my biopsy surgery. Part 2 is going to consist of my second surgery, getting my lumpectomy, having them check into my lymph nodes and all of that bee's knees, and then, yeah, how I felt, recovery time, all that other stuff. You're about to watch part 1 of my Victorious 23 journey. I will have a link down below for part 2 once you finish this video. So yes, thanks and stay tuned. My cousin has her own YouTube channel as well. You guys should probably go and subscribe to that. And she told me, always try and record on a gray day. What's a better gray day than to be in London? And so I figured I have this beautiful flat. Why not give you guys episode 2 of my journey slash vlog? Back to it. This episode, I really want to break down exactly how everything occurred. I'm going to take you through it from date to date to date, how I found out about everything, and then what were the next steps following. My amazing president, Barack Obama, my president, Barack Obama, had put in place an Affordable Health Care Act, which allowed me to register and get health coverage. Amazing. I mean, I wasn't being like super responsible. Like I was still trying to live this college running around life like, oh, I'll check myself out later when I have time. Oh, I'll get my teeth cleaned when I feel like it. Oh, I'll go get my eye and vision and my hearing checked out, you know, when I have time. Listen, that is the first thing that I'm going to advocate for now that all of this has transpired in my life. Please, 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 please be on point. 1, paying attention to your body, and 2, going for your annual checkups. Don't wait until something is wrong before you go and visit a doctor. Not smart. So anyway, let's get back to whatever happened to me. You know, just taking a shower, rub-a-dub-dub, and I saw something like on my boob. I hope this isn't too provocative for YouTube. Just get used to it, because honestly, like this left side, listen, this is home base now. Anyway, I was like, okay, as a woman, we're supposed to do, you know, self-exam. I'm giving myself a self-exam, and I'm like, there is something there, but I don't really know what that is, you know? Maybe it's just, I don't know. I didn't think anything major of it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't want to freak out, because I really didn't freak out. I didn't think it was a major thing. Then I brought it to my mom's attention. My mom was like, you need to call your primary doctor. You need to set an appointment, have her check it out, see if she sees the same thing. When I went to my primary doctor, she then brought to my attention that my mother has had cysts in her breast and in her body before. This may just be a cyst. A cyst, which is just a pouch that forms into your body, normally filled with liquid or blood or whatever bodily fluids, but majority of cysts that form in the body, they self-dissolve. If it's still there in a couple months, like come back to me, we'll set an appointment to go see a breast specialist. But if not, you know, I probably want to see you in the next couple months anyway for your annual, ding ding ding, annual. So a couple months passed, you know, I'm still living my best Caucasian life. I'm living my life like it's golden. I'm gold actually, you know. Side note. Okay, anyway, and I'm not paying attention to like any crazy signs or not paying attention to this area over here. And the next thing, my mom asked me, do you still have that bump on your boob? And I was like, true. You're right, I think I do. And she was like, okay, it's been a couple months, it's still there. You should probably call your primary and you should set this appointment. And I was like, you're right. You're right. What am I doing? If you're from Philadelphia, you know Chestnut Hill area. Chestnut Hill has a hospital. They have a women's center that is directly next to it. Dr. Catherine Plazik, Dr. P, she initially she did a breast exam herself. She then went on to do an ultrasound. And in the ultrasound, this was going to determine if it actually was a cyst, if it was filled with liquid, or if it was solid. Self-explanatory. Dr. Catherine Plazik took me back to the room to discuss, you know, the ultrasound. She was like, okay, there's a couple things that could possibly be going on here. A lot of the time in your 20s, because our hormones are just like all over the place, our body at times will create like these like masks. Most of the time you do not feel them, but it was weird to her that I could feel it, and it was very close to the surface of my boob. And she asked me straight up, she was like, okay, so I feel exactly what you feel, and there's two things that we could do: get it biopsied and figure out what that is, or it's so small that by the time we're done the biopsy, majority of it would be out. And I was like, listen, woman, this thing randomly came out of nowhere, so please just remove the whole thing. Thinking that was going to be a shortcut. No. This still ended up being like a 2-month process. My first surgery for my biopsy, where they were going to remove the whole entire mass, that appointment was July 12th. Put an IV in my arm, knocked me out, took me into the room, and then just went in there, cut it out, stitched me up with invisible stitches, and I was out. I went home same day. Good. I didn't really complain much about pain. Ice and the painkillers are your major key. Okay, and here I am going to keep it completely 100 with you. Is they told me that the results of my biopsy should come back in about 3 to 4 days. Third day came, I didn't get a phone call. Fourth day came, I didn't get a phone call. You will learn in watching my vlog that, or even if you know anybody that is currently having health issues or like has surgery or anything like that, you have to put your foot down and you have to advocate for yourself, which means you got to make that phone call, because literally they'll put you to the end of the list if you're not like on their radar. Anyway, back on subject. And that's when I spoke to the nurse practitioner. We had, you know, sent our stuff to the labs over here. We decided to send it to Penn to also get a second opinion. Okay. She has to check, you know, the incision site anyway. And by that time, we'll definitely have the results and we can sit down and speak to you. Now, everybody already has that gut feeling immediately when you have to come back into the doctor's office for results. You already know in the back of your head, like, hold up. Still, I was not freaking out. My results came in July 19th. I came to the doctor's office to visit Dr. Catherine Plazik and the nurse practitioner with my dad. My mom had work, and so whatever, we're like, we'll tell you the news after the appointment. And so, guys, craziest news of my life. My primary doctor originally thought was just a cyst because my mom had it, which she thought was something benign in her office because it was so round and so small and compact, was actually a tumor. They wanted to tell me that it was benign and not serious because of my age. If something doesn't feel right, look right, all of that, pay attention to your body, guys. July 19th, when I came home, my dad told my mom the results. My dad didn't want to tell my mom immediately. We didn't want to stress her out. But my mom, what? When she found out, she was like, this is crazy. But listen, my Lord has it in control. Like, you guys are stressing. No. This is a test. This is a test. Gosh, Tammy, it was hard. It was hard. My brother is 18. He had overheard my dad tell my mom. My brother and I are very close. Oh my God, I don't want to cry. My brother and I are really close. And so I remember him coming up to my room, and I remember him literally just like, Laura, what? Like, I'm so sorry. And in that moment, I was like, Tammy, like, no, I need you to be strong. Like, I can't even begin to think of the worst of this situation. I don't want to think of the worst. Gosh, I wasn't expecting to cry in this video. But it's hard stuff, but it's serious stuff. And in these moments, getting the results, telling the family, telling my friends, that was one of the hardest days ever. Part 2, stay tuned. All right, guys, so that was part 1 of my journey. I know it's pretty crazy. It's a lot of information that I kind of threw at you, but I promise I'll break it down in the next video. Please make sure that you follow me, you like, and you subscribe so you know when I post part 2, and the journey continues. Stay tuned. Bye.